guys, welcome back to another colorful Keto with Dory. So we will be joined very shortly by Dr. Ken Berry. He is just finishing up his live with Nancy from Keto for Real Life People. So we don't want to get him too far behind schedule. So I figured I would sign on and just get started and explain to you guys what we're going to chat about today. Now, today we are going main live from my public Facebook page, which was marked as an event. And I think when we go live with Dr. Ken Berry from now on, I'm going to set it up as an event so that you guys have a little bit of time in advance to know when we're getting together, what questions we're going to cover. And then I have my phone in front of my iPad to broadcast onto Instagram as well. So if you guys have questions there, we will scroll through and ask them as well. So as soon as Dr. Ken joins me on my main iPad on Facebook, we'll get started. Now, today, what I really want to talk about with Dr. Ken and with you guys is two really important things, and that's getting started and getting back on track. Because this week, I've had some people reach out to me, personal friends, and these are the issues that they're having. How do we get started? Is it easy? And how do we get back on track when we have fallen off? Oh, I have some interesting. Awesome. So I believe that Dr. Ken is still just finishing up with Nancy. I have it on silent on my other phone. So I'm hoping that most of you guys are over there watching that one. And then you will click over when he's all done. So I just figured let's have a little bit of a Sunday chat while we start. Miss Jackie, how is your week? Yes, you have not missed it yet. Dr. Ken has not yet joined us. Oh, okay. Now, Dr. Ken sent me a request on Instagram, but I have it set up the other way. So I'm going to message him really quickly and let him know that we'll do it the other way. Or I could sign in and sign out real quick. But if you can hear me, Dr. Ken, join me on the Facebook one, because I have my Instagram set up to tape on the Facebook. So if we go the other way around today, I'm backwards and will only go on Instagram, and I'm not set up that way. So if you can hear me, Dr. Ken, find us on Facebook. It's set up as the event, your live Q&A event. I did send you the invite. I know I'm not technically savvy, and we have gone on Instagram the last couple of times as opposed to Facebook. So maybe I will just switch out. We'll give Dr. Ken 2 seconds. And if he doesn't grab us on Facebook, we'll swap out and go the other way around and go backwards. Okay, which Facebook page? My public Facebook page, which is Colorful Keto with Dory, and it is set up as an event. So if you accepted the event reminder, then it comes up as that. It is, Dr. Ken, it is my Colorful Keto with Dory public page, and it's set up as an event with you for today. So he's going to come find us on Facebook. I'm just going to quick message him the event link so that it makes it quicker and easier for him to find us, because he is on a super tight schedule and I don't want to be wasting his time. So I'm going to quick send him as an event so that way he knows where we are. There we are. Let's send this to Dr. Ken, and then he knows where to find us. And hopefully he will be on in 2 seconds. Send this to Dr. Ken. And then he knows exactly where to find us. There we go. Sending. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. There's Dr. Ken. Let's get you in, Dr. Ken. Okay, bring you on. Yay, adding. Oh no. Oh, Yeah.
There you are.
And look at that. Now I've got you in the corner. I set us up backwards this time, thinking that we could do Instagram instead. So let's get to it, Dr. Ken. Now, let's do it. So in my group this week, I have had massive friends and family reaching out to me, and they have 2 questions. So we need to know the science behind what changes in our body when we get started, Dr. Ken. Why do we crave the sugar and carbs right away? Day 2, day 3. Why is it killing us to start?
So that's a great question, and I love questions that newbies have, newcomers, right? New people, because that's how you learn. You have to ask questions. So I want everyone to not be shy.
Yes.
Dory likes questions. I like questions. The only way you're going to learn is to ask questions, right? It's just like when you were in school and you're like, ooh, I don't know, I might sound stupid. No, stop that. We're all grown up here. If somebody laughs at you or makes fun of you, you let me know. I'll take care of it. That's silly, okay?
Yes.
So if you have a question, ask your question. And that's a great question is why, when I get into day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the ketogenic way of eating, why do I start craving carbs almost like an addiction?
Yes.
It's like, I've got to have some carbs. Why do I do that? Here's why. There's 2 reasons. First of all, when you eat any carb whatsoever, it breaks down into sugar in your body.
Okay.
Whether it's broccoli or whether it's a Twinkie, they all break down ultimately into sugar. The reason a Twinkie is terrible is it breaks down to sugar immediately. Spikes your blood sugar, spikes your insulin. That's bad.
Okay.
Broccoli, if you eat it raw, even though it has carbs in it, the carbs are so locked up in the fiber and the other nutrients that it releases the sugar very, very slowly, and you don't get the insulin spike that you get when you eat the Twinkie. That's why it's okay to eat some broccoli, okay? And so there are 2 things going on. Sugar is actually habit forming. I just posted on my Instagram page, I think yesterday, sugar is 8 times more addictive than some illegal drugs, okay? It is a huge deal. They did a study with rats, and the rats would go to the sugar before they would go to the cocaine. It was easier for rats to become addicted to sugar than it was to become addicted to cocaine. And so sugar is very habit forming. It's very addictive. It actually it stimulates the opiate receptors in your brain, right? And opium, heroin, opioid, right? And so all of the narcotics, that's the receptor they stick to. Sugar actually has opioid-like effects on your brain. It releases all kinds of good neurotransmitters. It makes you feel good. For some people, eating a big sugar load is almost more pleasurable than sex. And if that's you, if you're listening and that's you, that's bad, okay? Nothing should be more pleasurable than that, right? So if that's a problem, then that's a problem, and you need to work on that, okay? And so that's the first thing, is that sugar's habit forming, and it is an addiction. It does have the same kind of withdrawal effects. And so for the first week or 2, that's a little bit of what the keto flu is that your brain is like, God, I'm kind of down in the dumps. I kind of feel crappy because I don't have those good opiate feelings like when you're taking the drug. And sugar's a drug. You might as well go ahead and say that. Secondly, we all have trillions of bacteria in our gut, right? We all know that now. It's becoming mainstream to know that you have all these bacteria. And the bacteria, there are different kinds of bacteria, thousands of kinds probably. Some love carbs, some love keto, okay? And so what you want to ultimately populate your gut with is keto-friendly, keto-loving bacteria. Yes. And you want to get rid of all the carb lovers, because those carb-loving bacteria can actually secrete chemicals that get into your bloodstream and cross the blood-brain barrier and can literally, almost zombie-like, have you in the kitchen looking around for some carb, okay? And so when you have the addiction part of the sugar, and then you've got your your gut bacteria saying, hey, go get me some carbs right now, that can make you feel crummy for a week or 2 or 3. And that's another part of the keto flu, is the chemicals that the bacteria are releasing into your system that cross the blood-brain barrier and can literally almost make you feel kind of down and depressed because they want their carbs, damn it. And what you've got to do is you've got to persist for that week or 2. You've got to eat your fat bombs. You've got to sip your bulletproof coffee so that you're just not truly hungry.
Yes.
You just have that. You're having the craving, but you're not truly hungry. Because no human on the planet can say no to a craving and a hunger at the same time.
Yes.
If you're just craving, but you're full, you can say no to that. Or if you're hungry, but you're not craving, you can say no to that. But when you're craving and you're jonesing and you're hungry, you're going to give in. And so that's what the fat is actually for in the ketogenic diet, is to keep you full, to keep you satisfied and satiated, so you're not. It makes it easier for you to fight the craving that's caused by both the sugar addiction and also caused probably by the chemicals released by your gut bacteria who are used to eating carbs. But what you want to do is you want to starve those guys to death. You want them to die. You want to poop them out. And then you want to be recolonized with good keto-friendly bacteria who love broccoli and who love bacon and who love butter. And that's what you want. And when you get that, and I personally believe that's why when people go keto for a while and then they kind of fall off, they never gain back all the weight like you do with other diets. I've yet to see a keto person who lost 80 pounds and then gained back 85. It just doesn't happen. You'll lose 80 on keto, you'll fall off for a minute, you'll regain 5, 10, 15, 20, but you're still way down, right?
Yes.
And so as soon as you pick back up on keto, you lose it right down again. And so that's what I think is going on with that. Does that make sense?
It does. So then the second part of my question, Dr. Ken, is when, and I'll say on a personal note, if I do give in to that craving, it gets worse. Like I could two hands shovel and I can't stop. So what's the science behind that? Because that's what I need to remind myself, don't do it next time.
Right. So when an alcoholic is trying to get on the wagon and leave the alcohol alone, right, for the first week or two, even though getting off the alcohol is a good thing, right, they feel like crap, don't they? Right. So this would be like telling an alcoholic, oh, you just need a drink, you'll feel better. Well, yeah, you would feel better, but is that the right answer?
No.
Hell no, that's not the right answer. But when he does take that drink, basically he reinforces the addiction even stronger because he immediately feels good. The shakes go away, the aches go away, he just feels normal again. So he just reinforced that addiction, didn't he?
Yes.
That's why when you're eating keto and you fall off, you can really fall off. You know, it's like, well, I'm just going to eat one Twinkie. Oh my God, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
But then when you do that, first of all, you reinforce the addiction. But secondly, when you give your carb-loving bacteria those carbs, they're like, yes, we're back in the saddle again, baby. And they start reproducing themselves. Bacteria can double their numbers in minutes. And so when you eat that carb, the bacteria are like, yes, we're back in carb-loving central again, so I'm going to start increasing my populations. And then they start telling you, hey, we need more carbs, And so those two things are very powerful in getting you to just fall completely off and go back to the stupid American diet or the stupid Canadian diet.
Okay, and that's kind of where I want to go with that, because honestly, that's what I'm seeing the most of right now in my group is people who are coming back, and I love to see them coming back. So I want to talk a little bit about the new information you've got out on your YouTube for people to look at and to share, Dr. Ken, if you can touch on that.
Just today I posted a new video called What the Heck is a Macro? Because there are so many newcomers, right?
Yes.
And I know, Dory, that you're kind of an influencer in this space, and I know you get the question all the time, wait a minute, what's a macro? What are the macros? And like I had one lady in Nancy's live I just did who said, I thought it was a supplement. I didn't know what a macro was, right? And so, right, exactly, and I'm like, yeah, so many people don't know. We were probably all taught in high school health about the 3 macros, but we forgot that crap. We don't remember that. And so when you come back into this way of eating, you're trying to be smarter about your health and smarter about your nutrition.
Yes.
The macros are the 3 main macronutrients that you get out of your diet. And they're fat, protein, and carbs. Those are the 3 macromolecules, right, or macronutrients. And so I posted that video for newcomers to learn that, but also I posted it for administrators and moderators like you, Dory, so that instead of having to answer that question over and over and over, you can just link to the video and just say, hey, here's a great explanation, because I tried to explain it in as common sense, plain English as I possibly could, so that the newest of newcomer would be like, oh, got it, okay, got it. Yes. And so then once you've got that little tidbit of knowledge under your belt, then you can go to the next step in keto, which is getting into the micronutrients, right? Yes. But really, first of all, you have to understand the 3 macronutrients and what they are and why you need them and why you don't need one of them.
Okay. Excellent. I love that, Dr. Ken. I love that you make it easy for us, because every day, I'm getting those questions and I love them. I do. And I say, give them. Give the questions 50,000 times. We love them all. I want to talk just a little bit about support and groups too, because I think that if you're starting out, that's a great place to go. If you were just starting, are there a couple, resources that you would recommend, Dr. Ken?
So you want to find a group like Nancy's or like Dory's, a group that's non-judgmental, that is just a regular person who's basically become so interested in this and enjoys helping people so much that they just do this. They do it for free. They do it because they enjoy it, and they do it because they know what benefits you guys are going to reap. And so you want to find a good group that you're comfortable in, that you can actually ask a question like, what the heck is a macro? And people not be yelling at you and saying, read the pinned post, you dummy, right? Because, Dory, you've had that experience. The bigger groups, they can be very rude. And I understand their point, because they've got, 100,000 members. They can't be answering 200 times a day, what the heck is a macro?
Yes.
And so that's one of the reasons I made the video, is to help those newcomers and to help administrators and groups.
Oh, thank you.
But you want to find a group you're comfortable in, because basically that's a group of friends.
Yes.
All those people, if you get stuck, if you're like, I don't understand, why can I eat full-fat cheese? How is that okay? Explain that to me. You'll have 20 people jump in and be like, oh, here's why. Here's an article. Here's a video. Here's a link. And like all these people in this group, you want it to feel like home in your group. Okay? It's your tribe. That's right. It's your tribe. It's your posse. These people have got your back. And so if you don't feel that way in your current group, you may need to find a new group. But administrators like Dory and Nancy, they'll go above and beyond. They'll do research just to help you with your problem. That's the kind of group you want to be in. And then find a good YouTube channel that you enjoy,
yes,
that makes sense to you, that you can learn from. There's a ton of Facebook pages about ketogenic diet. There's Instagram pages about the ketogenic diet. I try to work on Instagram. I try to work on Facebook and YouTube. And there's also blogs, a ton of blogs. Yeah, if you're a reader rather than a watcher, then find some ketogenic blogs that post once or twice or 3 times a week. Hey, Angie Haskins, good one. How you doing? And so that kind of stuff is what's going to save you when you're having a bad day, or when you're thoroughly confused about what the heck is a macro, or whatever question you happen to have. You can ask it in an understanding kind of family-like group. You'll get an answer. You won't get yelled at.
Yes. Now, we got a question on Instagram, Dr. Ken, and I know you just did a video about ketogenic diet without a gallbladder. Now, our question is about that is, do you still recommend increasing salt intake without a gallbladder?
Yeah, salt has nothing to do with the gallbladder.
Okay.
The gallbladder stores and concentrates bile, and bile's one main function in the body is to help to digest fat, to break it up into tiny little droplets so that your pancreatic enzymes can get in there and get the fat digested and absorbed. So salt has nothing to do with the gallbladder. But yeah, you need salt in your diet. The human body is basically salt water in a skin sack. That's what human beings are. Like literally, that's what we are. It's basically we're ocean animals that came out of the ocean, and we bagged ourselves up in like a fish you win at the fair in that bag of water. That's what we are, as a bag of salt water, so that our cells can actually still be in the ocean, even though we're not in the ocean anymore.
So what you're saying is I'm closer to a mermaid than I thought, yes. Dr. Ken.
You're much closer to being a mermaid than you really thought you were. Yeah, exactly right. Oh, blue-haired mermaid.
Oh, I love it.
That's exactly it. That's it. Now I'm going to jump off here.
Yes.
I'm going to do another thing in just a minute.
Yes.
I love you, Dory. This is
Thank
awesome.
you.
You guys leave all your questions here or on Instagram.
Yes.
And Dory will answer every one she can, I promise.
Yes. And we'll see you next week. Have a great week, Dr. Ken. Thank you for your time.
See you later.
Bye. Okay, let's Close that off. Okay, guys, it looks like there we go. I can smooth. Oh, look at that. I'm so smooth. I closed it off. So if you guys have any questions for Dr. Ken next week, leave them in the comments. I will scroll through. It's really hard when we're watching live to catch the questions, but we will definitely cover everything next Sunday. And if you have something that's an emergency that can't wait, leave that question too, and we will tag Dr. Ken in our group and get an answer for you. So I'm going to sign out, guys. Have a great evening, and maybe we'll see you later. Have a great Sunday. Bye.